So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. Lateness is greatness. Big up Matisse for that one. Rance, how are you, man? I can see your legs still healing. You've signed a player,
Yeah,
100 million, and life must be good, right?
100 million euros, bruv. Do you know what I mean? People always fucking talking about Man United's transfers in euros to make it seem like it's more money, bruv. The media are pathetic. It's like 85 million, 84 million pounds, bruv. Like, people need to drop me out with this 100 million. Like, it's not 100 million. I'm tired of it. Do you know what I mean? And I swear, we're the only club here whose flipping transfer fees get done in euros all of a sudden. Like, bruv, like, what? I thought we left the EU, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, what's all this fucking bullshit? Do you know what I mean, bro? Come on, bro. It's 84 million pounds, no big deal. Not Liverpool, fucking Newcastle spent 70 million pounds on that fucking Isak, and he's a bum. So, do you know what I mean? Like, we spent just a little bit more on Antony, no big deal. Like, good signing. I don't have an issue with the fee. Like, I don't care. Like, they got a 20% sell on clause as well to Sao Paulo, so they had to get as much money as they could because they're losing 20% of it. So like, I don't have an issue with the transfer fee, man. Like, that's the state of the climate right now.
Left at the moment.
Yeah, the market's vile, mate. You know what I mean? People talking about 60+ million for Anthony Gordon. For Fana's just gone for 70 million or 75. Bruv, that's the market. That's the market.
Yeah, it's true, man.
So
it's true, and then at the end of the day, if you need the player, you pay the money, innit? It's as simple as that. And
end of story. That's
Man
it.
United
Like,
need somebody like him. You haven't got anybody like him. Rashford was supposed to be the guy when he first on the scene. Then he wants to be a striker. Then he wants to play on the wing. Then he just wants to feed kids instead of play football. Martial's always injured, which is sad because he's a quality footballer. If this geezer comes in, listen, I don't watch Dutch football, but I know about this guy. I've seen all the clips doing the rounds and that. And the one thing I'll say is we ain't got a player like that in the Premier League right now.
Bruv, there's not many players like him in Europe. He's a special footballer, and that's why I say pay the money, Lee, because like loads of people have been spending loads of money on ordinary players. Like, do you know what I mean? That Nunes is like he's like the epitome of an ordinary footballer. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Kai Havertz cost 72 million. Nobody's talking about it enough. So did Kepa. So, like, when Chelsea spend that kind of money, nobody cares. Like, Lukaku costs 101 million pounds sterling. Nobody really spoke about it. Like, what, they mentioned it, they touched on it for one day, and then all of a sudden it was forgotten. But Man United are spending money all of a sudden, and it's a big fucking deal. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? I don't care. I really don't care. Like, Newcastle spent 70 million pounds.
Yeah, on the Swedish Shamak.
But that's what I mean. And like, brother, he's not prolific. He's nowhere near prolific. That Isak guy.
I think he scored three goals last season.
Well, there you go. And then people are saying, "Oh yeah, Antony's GA last season. He was injured for a little, for parts of the season." So I'm not bothered.
The thing is, with him in the team, he's going to make Man United a lot more direct. That's for sure. Rather than this slow, methodical, boring crap that you've watched Man United do over the years. And he is a perfect signing for Ten Hag, as well as Casemiro as well. The three main signings that you've made, I think all three of them are quality, man. Like, real talk. But one thing I'll say about this guy is, what, 22?
He's only 22. He's got 22. Resale value as well.
But this is the thing, right? That it's going to go one way or the other. He's going to come in and absolutely explode and take the league by storm. Or I think he's going to struggle for the first year or two because...
Yeah, I don't think he'll struggle. I don't think there's any chance.
I don't think he will, to be honest. But I think when you've got a price tag like that over your head, and I know he's not involved in the price tags, when you've got a price tag like that over your head and you're 22 and you're playing for Man United, the weight of expectation is suddenly like, wow. Yeah, and some players we've seen, like Havertz, like Pepe, other players.
But these guys are not the same as him, though. Like, he even got asked in an interview about the pressure and that, and he said, "Listen, I grew up in the favelas, bro. Like, I left my house in the morning not knowing if I was going to eat again that same day. Like, that's what pressure is." Do you know what I'm saying? Wow. He was like, "Bro, I don't give what was pressure, bro." Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this guy's going to come in and he's going to, if you know anything about him, he's got pace. He works hard. He's going to press. He's going to do all of those things, he's going to run his socks off and he's going to scare the living shit out of defenders in the league because he's rapid. Like, people don't understand how quick this guy is. Like, he's got pace.
I see a thread the other day. Somebody sent it to me, and it was a thread. I don't know what team this guy supports, but he was saying about the transfer, and he was saying he hasn't got explosive pace. I thought, mate, you've clearly not seen him. Like, I was thinking,
what it is with
that's
Antony,
exactly what he's got. He's got that burst where he'll drop his shoulder and he is gone.
But you know what it is with Antony? Because he likes to keep the ball close to him, people don't understand that he's got that pace that he can kick the ball out of his feet and absolutely leave you. Like, but he has that. He absolutely does have that. Do you know what I mean? He's not just a close dribbler. He has got absolute pace. So he's going to another dimension for us as well. And this is the first like real inverted right winger that we've had at the club. Because like even Greenwood's a striker, he was never a winger. So when he was playing on the right hand side, he would always drift inside and try and pick up striker positions. This guy is an actual winger that holds the chalk and comes in and goes down the outside. He's a different animal to anything we've had. And I've been screaming for an inverted winger at Man United for years. So like he's a perfect signing. He was the manager's priority signing, and people were saying, "Oh, we could have got him for much cheaper at the start of the window." We couldn't have. Ajax were never letting him go, for anything less than they let him go for. So, like, I'm happy.
They're always going to get big money for him. Let's be real. It doesn't like an extra 5 million here or there is irrelevant when you're talking 100 million euros, isn't it?
Add-ons. Who cares?
With the extra 5 and all that, who cares, man? At the end of the day, he was always going to go for a near record fee for Man United.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It was always going to be Pogba, Harry Maguire level transfer fee.
Always.
He's going to have either stayed there for one more season, and I think he was into the last season of his contract next season. So he had 2 years left, I think, didn't he? So it was either a case of cashing on him now or keep him, and then he's worth half of that next summer.
Well,
it's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Absolute no-brainer. They'll go and sign Ziyech from Chelsea for a fraction of that. Do you know what I mean? They'll probably get Ziyech back for like 25 mil, 20 mil, and they've still got a nice bit of that money to kind of reinvest into the infrastructure of their club, which they've always been doing. So it's no problem.
Yeah, exactly. I think he'll do well, man. His debut isn't going to be the midweek game.
Nah, I think
most likely
he'll be against Arsenal. Yeah, bruv, listen. Bruv, it's you, man. Yeah. Bruv, it's you, man, that he's coming in for, bro. He's coming in for you, man. I think after the Arsenal game, I think everyone will know who he is. He'll have an impact. He probably won't start, but he'll have an impact.
I don't think he'll start.
Nah. I'd love him to start. Do you know what I'm saying? But we'll see, innit? Like, we'll see. The manager knows him, so I know the manager wouldn't feel any way about throwing him in if he had to, but because we've won 2 games on a bounce, and especially if we beat Leicester as well, I don't see the manager really changing a winning side. I think the Leicester side, I think the only change is we might see Casemiro from the start. That's about it. I think other than that, he won't change it too much. Yeah,
I agree. I think Casemiro starts all day long, and this guy be benched for us, but come on second half. But the thing is, the game's at Old Trafford, isn't it? So it might be.
When's the last time you guys have beaten us at Old Trafford? Because I don't remember. I know your record at Old Trafford's not very good.
A couple of seasons back.
Was that the Aubameyang goal?
Yeah. I think that was it Aubameyang?
Because I remember
because that was the first time we'd beaten you there for 14 years. I think it might have been last season.
Was it last season?
No, 2020. There you go, 1-0.
Was it Aubameyang goal?
Yeah, I think it was. Aubameyang.
Because I feel like I was there. I feel like I was there, bruv. I feel like I was there. Because I remember Aubameyang scored. Yeah, and bruv, Oba. See, that there you go. I wasn't at that game. That was another game I'm thinking of when Aubameyang scored, and obviously we didn't have no screen, so we were waiting for VAR, bruv, and it was.
That was the one where
that was a cup game,
Harry
though, wasn't
Maguire
it?
tried playing everyone offside, and he played Aubameyang onside. Your whole team stopped.
Exactly. That one. But I think maybe was that a cup game or something? But yeah, I was there.
No, that was a league game. That was a draw. We drew that game.
Okay, yeah, I was behind the goal when I scored that goal, bruv, and I just remember the whole stadium just going silent, bruv. No one knew what was going on. But Yeah, see, that's what I mean. You guys don't beat us at ours that often, so I'm not. I'm not really worried about losing the game. I'll be completely honest, but I think the business that we do between now and the end of the season, if we can get a striker in, if we can get Memphis in, like all the news is saying, if we can get Memphis in before the window closes, oh my days, then yeah, I'm rubbing my hands for the Arsenal game. I'll be honest, because I've heard that there's no Party and no El Neni, and without them two in midfield. Yeah, I'll worry for you lot. I'll be honest.
Mate, we've got no Party, no Zinchenko, and no El Neni.
Hold on, what happened to Zinchenko?
He's sprained his knee. He didn't play at the weekend.
Sorry, what? He's got a knee injury.
Yeah, he sprained his knee. He weren't playing at the weekend against Fulham. He didn't play. Neither did Party.
So who played left back?
Tierney.
Okay.
Yeah, he was shocking as well. Tierney played crap.
Yeah, all right, bruv. I did not know that. Hey, bruv, bring on Sunday. I tell you what, bruv, Antony versus Tierney, bruv.
Hey, mate, I don't diss my left back. You know, my left back's decent. Mate. My left back's decent. Yeah. Hey, bro, see, click that. We're both being positive runs. What's going on?
Nah, bruv, he's not. Bruv, listen, he's not in good form. You said it, Lee, bruv, and that's your player. I know you rate him highly. Shocking, do you know what I mean? But maybe it's just rust because he hasn't played for a while.
Yeah, to be honest, he didn't get in the game at all, and then he got hooked in the second half.
Fuck's
and
sake.
Yeah, Zinchenko's done a sprain. I don't know if he's going to play on Wednesday. He might be back for Man United.
If he sprained his knee, he'll be out for.
Oh, he's back in training apparently. Whether he makes it or not, I don't know. But for Man United, he might do.
He'll play for against Man United. They're not going to not bruv. If you're your best left back, yeah, and the manager thinks that he's playing, do you know what I mean? If whether he's 100% or not is a different argument. But the key to that game is the wide areas. Do you know what I mean? I trust my left back. This guy's an animal. Do you know what I mean? I don't see Saka getting the better of him at any point in that game. I completely trust him to lock Saka up. I saw him lock up Mo Salah. He's an absolute beast. It's the other side. Dalot versus Martinelli. Dallot's been brilliant, but Martinelli's an animal. But the thing is with Martinelli, he's very inconsistent. It depends on what Martinelli what turns up. Do you know what I mean? It depends on which one turns up. If he's on smoke, then I think Dallot's got his hands full. So that would be interesting. But I think it's the wide areas. I think that's where teams are going to get the better of each other in those areas, isn't it? And then Sancho versus Ben White.
Ben White.
And I think Sancho's going to cook him personally. So,
to be honest, Ben White's played all right this season at right back, but it's not sustainable, man. We can't keep him there all season.
He's not right back.
No, he ain't. And so far, he's done all right. Like if I said on my stream the other day, if I was to rate him so far out the 4 games, I'd give him 7.5. Yeah, I think he's been pretty decent.
But he came up against Wilfred Zaha, and Wilfred Zaha was giving him nightmares, and Saliba was bailing him out. Do you know what I mean? Like, other than that, I don't know what other wingers he's come up against that are quite direct, that pick up the ball and run at you. Who else have you played?
The lad for Fulham, De Cordova Reed. He got him booked, and then as soon as he was booked, literally the next phase of play, the ball's gone straight back to that guy. I was like, oh, this is going to get sticky for him. But to be fair, he played better after the yellow card.
Yeah, so
he did that against Zaha. When Zaha got him booked, played better after that. So
you've played Palace, Bournemouth,
Leicester.
He hasn't really come up against any direct wide players that are going to go at him apart from Wilf, and Wilf is giving him problems. So I think Sancho will do the same. So it'll be interesting. I think it's going to be the battle of the wide players, and I think the midfield battle, I think that we've got that, honestly.
Well, the thing is, Partey's out. He's going to miss probably the next 5 games in all competitions.
Why so much? What happened to him?
He's got a thigh strain, apparently.
Oh, mate.
Allegedly, he's injured. We don't know. We don't know. I don't know what's going on with him, to be honest. And then El Neni's done a hamstring, so he's out.
Yeah, he's out for a little while.
So we're literally one Granit Xhaka red card away from capitulation.
It's not looking good, bruv. And that's what I said to these man. Yeah, like, bro, it's early days.
I've been telling them all summer, mate. But apparently, we've got a great team now. Like,
it's early days, Lee. But that's why, man. Bro, I said you lot are one injury to Partey and Saliba, Saliba, or Jesus. Any of them 3, yeah. You lose them. Like the replacement, yeah, is such a drop in quality. It's unbelievable. Like if you lose Jesus, you're going down to Nketiah. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if you lose Saliba, you're going to what's that, Holding or whatever his name is, or something like that, bro.
Ben White back at centre back.
Yeah, bro, the drop is massive. And that's what I mean, and that's why it's all well and good, yeah. Like, it's all well and good being overconfident, but it's like, apart from Crystal Palace, who I respect, like, you ain't really played no one, and you didn't beat. It's not like you wiped the floor with Fulham either.
Bro, we were shocking in that game. Yeah, of course, dramas. I was trending again yesterday because apparently I didn't celebrate the winning goal. Yeah, apparently
because you were fuming because you were playing shit. That's what I do when my team's playing shit, and then we end up beating teams we're supposed to beat. Yeah, I'm not celebrating it, bro. It's embarrassing to celebrate.
Bro, it's funny because Richard Keys caused a drama, him and Andy Gray, on beIN Sport by saying that Arsenal players and staff over-celebrated. Yeah, and like Gabriel was
as well.
Yeah, bro, they've been absolutely harassed. Yeah, and what they were saying was spot on. They did over-celebrate. We're beating Fulham in the last minute at home. That's how far we've fallen. That's what they were saying. That's how far Arsenal have fallen. Look at the way they're celebrating after beating Fulham in stoppage time.
Yeah, the old Arsenal would have walked off the pitch, you know what I mean? Kind of just, you know what I mean? And then we go again, like, do you know what I mean? And just sat down and said, yo, that was rubbish. You know what I mean? Exactly. But that's what you're supposed to do. I remember when we beat Brighton with a penalty, like, late on before, like, and everyone was going crazy. And bruv, and I
that was after the full-time whistle, wasn't it?
Yeah. I said, this is bullshit, bruv. I turned off my TV, yeah. I was so angry at the performance, yeah. And everyone was like, oh, Rancy's so negative. And the next week, Tottenham put 6 past us. Do you know what I mean? And I saw it coming, mate, because we were fucking shit. I can't, if we play shit and we nick it, I can't celebrate it unless it's against one of the top 6 teams. If it's against one of the top 6 teams and we play shit and we win, I don't care, bro. I'm shameless because the 3 points far outweighs the performance in those games. But in other games, it's not just about the 3 points.
No, exactly, bro. The funny thing is, last time we played Fulham, we scored the 96th minute stoppage time equaliser, and Eddie Nketiah was giving it all that to an empty stadium. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so I suppose, yeah, okay, cool. We got the win this time. Last time we drew with them. Like, you know what I mean? That's where we are as a football club, bro. But you're not allowed to say that. It's negative, isn't it? It's toxic. It's negative. You know, if you don't conform, yeah, then that's it. Arsenal and Man United fan bases both need a villain, mate. Yeah, this week it was me and Richard Keys. Next week it'll be Piers Morgan. Yeah, the week after that it'll be someone else.
No, 100%, bro.
But it's funny because, like, you're right. The teams that we've played are all in the bottom half of the table. Every single one of them. Yeah, and Fulham, like, I've seen people saying, oh yeah, but Fulham got a draw with Liverpool. And
I mean, Liverpool have been playing awful up until the Bournemouth game, and to be honest, yeah, Bournemouth capitulated. You can't even put that down to a good Liverpool performance, man. Some of the goals were shocking, bro. I think at least 4 of them were like set pieces. Like, Bournemouth were horrible. So
did you hear Scott Parker's after match interview? Did you?
I didn't, but he got sacked.
He weren't ramping, mate. He got sacked basically for saying that this is a joke. But what do you expect? We now need to get serious as a football club. What do we want? Yeah, what he goes at the end of the day, yeah, I feel sorry for all the fans. He goes, but this team ain't good enough. Yeah, and now what we have to do as a football club is make it good enough. And if we ain't going to do that, then we're going to get these results again. I was like, raw. And then the next day,
spot on. Yeah, spot on for him. Big up, because the chairman probably called him in, and he probably said, "Listen, fuck off, mate." Do you know what I mean? Because you made me look like an idiot out there. Do you know what I mean? Because Scott Parker's managed, like, he knows what it takes to manage in the Premier League. He knows. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's looked at this team and he's probably said to the board before, like, yo, this ain't enough. And that's all he's given them. And that's it. He's got more ambition than the Bournemouth owners. So he got sacked for that reason. He can leave with his head held high, mate, because he lost to Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool. That's not a sackable offence in any situation. And you've got Steven Gerrard. Exactly. You got Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard and Brendan Rodgers all deserve to be sacked before him.
Yeah, fact. All 3 of them. I think if we play Villa tomorrow, I think there's Premier League games tonight. But
there is. I'm watching the Chelsea game. I'm doing a watch along for that one.
Oh yeah, Chelsea, Everton, Leeds, Chelsea, Southampton, Palace against Brentford, Fulham, Brighton. That might be a good game. I'll have a little watch of that. I might watch that Chelsea game. Yeah, maybe watch that. But if we beat Villa tomorrow, I think Gerrard will get sacked. I think he'll be gone. Yeah, I think that'd be the final nail in his coffin. He's been crap
That'd be
since he's gone
amazing.
there.
Yeah,
I expected a lot more from him. I can't lie. Yeah, like he literally,
spent a
I
lot
know
of dough
last
as well.
week's crap, but at the end of the day, to go a whole season unbeaten in that league and playing decent football, I expected him to come to Villa with the resources that he had and the players that he already had there and do a lot better than he's done. He should be
Yeah, but it
sacked
just
already,
shows
mate.
you, that the infrastructure of Rangers, is the reason why he done as well as he did, because he left and then they got to a European final anyway. So it shows it wasn't him in the first place. It never was him. Do you know what I mean? like it was just a smokescreen, that whole Rangers thing. So I'm enjoying seeing him suffer, I'll be honest.
Oh dear. Yeah, it's true though, man. It's funny because the way the media hype up him and Lampard is mad, isn't it? It's like they're the golden boys of English management. Like, okay, mate. Yeah, Graham Potter's
bullshit. You got Graham Potter and the Newcastle manager, Eddie Howe. Those are the two English managers that people need to be taken seriously. Like Lampard and Gerrard they're frauds, innit? Like they're embarrassing. Like they should never manage in the Premier League again, because Lampard is trying very hard to relegate Everton, and Aston Villa ain't going to be too far off relegation either if they keep Steven Gerrard. So is what it is, mate.
In fact, I've just seen Fabrizio Romano's just tweeted out Fofana deal is totally done. That's completed, all sorted. Final part of his medical was done in New York, apparently. Places. But yeah, he's done. Aubameyang's still on the radar. His house got robbed. Did you see that?
I heard about it, and that's why, like, I don't know if that's going to affect his professional career. I don't know if that's going to affect his move, mate. I don't really know. Know.
Got robbed, man, in Barca. He's been in Barca 5 minutes, and he's already getting burgled. It's mad.
But that's what I mean, bro. And I don't hear often enough about Barcelona players actually getting burgled. That's why it's confusing, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's confusing. Like, if anyone in the chat knows of any other Barcelona players that have been burgled recently, then let me know. But to my knowledge, I haven't heard of Barcelona players or Real Madrid players getting robbed. Do you know what I mean? And every time these things happen, I'm always skeptical it's an inside job anyway. You know what I mean? I'm always skeptical it's an inside job when these things happen. Do you know what I mean? And for Oba to go out there and then him to get robbed, of all people, like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. I don't like it, because it smells like an inside job. Or PK got burgled. But yeah, okay, but there's a difference between getting burgled, because anyone can get burgled, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? But when someone's broken into your house and they've tied you up and cleared out your safe, that's not burgling. That's not being burgled. Burgled is when you're out with your missus for dinner and you come home and your curtains are gone. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, anyone can get burgled.
They've literally gone into his house with metal bars while they're in there, threatened them, and got them to open the safe. It's a bit sus, isn't it? I can't lie. It's a bit sus.
But someone said some stories are saying guns, Lee, and now you're saying metal bars. My brother said poles. I was like, no one's breaking into my house with a pole and getting out of anything. Do you know what I mean? A pole, is that it? Do you know what I mean? But some people are saying guns, some people are saying poles. I don't know what's going on, bruv. I'll be completely honest. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that these footballers need to get better security, because it keeps happening, innit?
Yeah, man, it does. Yeah, who was it? Reece James. He had his
even Pogba, but bruv, even Pogba as well. Reece James bruv, they took the whole safe with Reece James's one. They saw the video, they took the whole safe.
That's one of his mates who said something, man. Yeah,
bruv,
one of his
that's what burgled is, when you're not home and
he was playing a match. He was at Stamford Bridge that night. He come home. But that's a burglary. The whole safe had gone.
Yeah, but Lee, that's a burglary. A burglary is when you're not at home, man comes in and takes stuff, and you get home and you realize stuff's missing. When somebody comes into your house and ties you up, that's not a burglary, bro. That's a robbery, blood. Like, man got robbed, fam. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not the same thing. Like, I'd much rather be burgled. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's one thing, but to be robbed and to actually be there and for people to put hands on you, it's a different experience.
I'm just reading the article now, a different article. It's not the one I see the other day. It says at least 4 men broke into his house near Barcelona through the garden and threatened him and his wife with guns and iron bars. And
see, that's what I heard. Guns, yeah, that's it. I think, I heard there was guns as well. It couldn't have been just bars, man. That's crazy.
Guns and iron bars. Wow.
Because, bro, if someone had iron bars, bruv, I'm running inside, I'm locking the door, and I'm calling the police, innit? What are you gonna do? Like, you'll break your way in, like, with the iron bars. You might smash the glass, get in. By the time you get in, police will come. Like, what are you gonna do with the bars? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a madness. Like, nah, there was definitely guns, man. There had to have been.
Weird, very weird. I do think he's going to move to Chelsea, though. Right?
You do, yeah?
Yeah, I still think that's going to happen. Like, maybe listen, maybe that's the final nail in the coffin for Barca for him. Like, maybe he's thinking, right, I've been here 5 minutes, I've been burgled. This never happened in London. Right? He's probably still got his house. Yeah, he's probably still got half his cars in London. Like, just fly back in it. Just get a plane back straight to Chelsea. I think he'll go there. Yeah, he's played for Tuchel before. He knows what he can do under him.
He definitely wants to go there. Do you know what I mean? It's whether Chelsea
terms. He's agreed personal terms. So
it's whether Chelsea can agree terms with Barcelona.
That's all they need to do is just arrange the fee. But he's had personal terms agreed for 2 weeks apparently.
Yeah, Barca are proving a tricky team for everyone to deal with when it comes to buying their players, but Barca ain't having a problem signing everyone else's. Do you know what I mean?
They're just bullies, man. That's all it is. They're just bullies. Bro. They come in because of the power of Barcelona, the size of the club and that, and the prestige of playing for Barcelona. Like, they know they can just bully pretty much every footballer. It's like, yeah, you're coming, yeah, and we're gonna get you, and you're gonna hold that club to ransom and kick off until we get you. Yeah, and and if we have to, then what we'll do is we'll just put out loads of stuff in the media saying that you're ready to come, and just unsettle everything. That's what they do. They're fuckers, man. Yeah, but then when you want one of their players, they've got the balls to say, well, actually, no, we're going to give him a pay cut. You ain't having him.
It's wild, isn't it? Now, that place is crazy.
The only club in the world, mate, that could do that.
Nah, man, they're cowboys, man. Barcelona, they're absolute cowboys, man. I love to see it. I love to see it fall apart, man.
It's mad. Big up Chaitanya. He says thoughts on the Arsenal midfield injuries. We just started the season. They're all falling apart. We could also use Maitland-Niles. What's the point in having him? I think he's going, mate. I think he's going. I see saying earlier. There's loads of clubs interested in him. Southampton, one of them. Crystal Palace, West Ham. There's loads of clubs apparently. A couple of German teams as well. So I think he'll go. But this is why I wanted some midfielders, mate. We've had a problem in midfield for about 6 seasons, and it's like, why don't we just go and buy some midfielders instead of buying forward players and like defenders? Our biggest issue is midfield, and it has been since we signed Granit Xhaka 7 years ago, and now we're lined up at the weekend with Xhaka and El Neni in midfield.
Bro, but this is exactly why I'm happy we signed Casemiro. When people are moaning about it, it's like, yo, we haven't had a number 6 since Michael Carrick, and we finally addressed the fact that we don't have a DM. Man United fans have been crying we haven't had a DM for at least 5 years, and we finally get one, and then people are still complaining about the price and his age and all these things. It's like, dude's 30, 5 Champions Leagues. What are you talking about? 30's not old in football no more.
That's true.
Like, it's not like, I think Kevin De Bruyne's 31 or something like that. Like, 30's not old. Like, in football no more. Either you're performing at the highest level or you're not, innit? Like, you can't be like, 60 million plus 10 million add-ons for Casemiro. All right, cool, no problem.
Yeah, mate. I don't get why people are so fascinated with the fee. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. A lot of people in the chat are saying about Fabrizio Romano's in YouTube. I think he got hacked. He put something out the other day saying that he's been hacked. His YouTube got done over. So,
why? What happened?
I don't know. I have no idea. He's obviously pissed someone off.
Bro, he pisses people up all the time, bro. He's probably stealing their news on that. No, you never know, man. Bro, he's got ops in it, bro. Probably just within the industry that he works in, innit? So, because everyone's competing.
100%, bro. It's probably Chris Wheatley, bro. Chris Wheatley's probably hacked. You know what I mean? Yeah. All crying it up last summer. Oh, you nicked my story. Shut up, you melt. And then the player never signed for us anyway.
That's what I mean. So,
and then Wheatley got sacked, and now I think he's at Nottingham Forest. Well, he got potted because he put out fake news about Thomas Partey not being on the plane or something for the American tour. Yeah, okay. And that was literally when the stories came out from his ex. Yeah, and then literally he had to delete the tweet and say actually he is on the plane. Yeah, so then he got potted, and he just started a new job, got potted, and then Arsenal ain't allowed him back since, bro. Now he's working at Nottingham Forest.
Oh, flipping hell.
Yeah,
You see what I mean?
couldn't have happened to a better person, mate. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. That
It
guy
gets
was
like that
guy was a
sometimes.
problem.
Yeah,
He
but
was a
this is what
problem.
happens. And that's what happens when your job is just sometimes just putting stuff out for the sake of putting stuff out. Like if you don't
But
know,
that's
just
the
say you
problem,
don't
man.
know.
These journalists, they're not journalists. They just chuck out the first rule of journalism is check your source, mate. Yeah, even I know
Of
that.
course.
Come on. Yeah, and these people nowadays, everyone just wants to be first to get news out. They don't verify it or check it. They just want to be
but
first.
that's what it is, though. But that's exactly what it is. Everything's just about speed of getting things out. Do you know what I mean? But then on the flip side, like, you get people like Fabrizio now, like people call him a tapping merchant because he lets everyone else do the work and then he just says, "Here we go." Yeah, I mean, so that's just what it is, isn't it? So, like, a lot of his clout has gone because of that, and now Ornstein's like the main guy now that people are waiting for to announce things because he seems to be a lot more accurate.
Man said the Brighton admin hacked for. I've seen somebody else say that in this chat as well.
Why would it be the Brighton admin?
Why would the Brighton admin hack Fabrizio?
Like, why would Brighton admin do that? Like, what have Brighton got against Fabrizio? What's he done to Brighton, bro?
I have no idea. It's mad. I don't get it. A lot of people are saying about Pogba. What's happened to Pogba?
His brother, and some gangs trying to blackmail him for some money, bro. 13 million. Yeah, his brother, bro.
His brother.
It's not the first time, though. These things happen in football all the time, man. Unfortunately, bro. Family members. Remember, Adebayo was saying that his family members were trying to do madness to him as well, bro. It happens quite often, unfortunately, man. Do you know what I mean? With the African players as well, it happens quite a lot. Their family trying to shake them down for money and stuff, man. It's unfortunate that it's happening to Pogba now, but yeah, he's reported to the police that his brother and some people that he grew up with, like childhood friends of his brothers and that, because his brothers are quite known for being involved with like them gangsters in Paris and stuff like that. And apparently like about 4 people like hooded 2 of them with like shotguns and that, like threatening him for money. Man. And one of the guys that was staying with Pogba before, like Pogba had to kick him out his house. So I think he ran up like a 200 grand bill on his credit card or something like that. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that man could spend 200 grand on credit cards, bro. Lee, bro.
Neither did I.
We're poor, bro. Man said 200 grand, fam.
On a credit card, just like
credit card, bruv. You know them limitless credit cards. Man said 200 bags on the credit card. It's crazy.
There's like witch doctors involved in everything, man. This is insane, bro. I'm reading it now. This is
that's what they're saying, but I don't believe all that. Do you know what I mean? I just think that the brother. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if the brother's done some dumb shit and he owes people money and he probably asked Pogba for the money. He said no. You know, they're like,
he's probably done something stupid. Yeah, and then he's got himself in a lot of trouble. And now they've said, right, cool. Well, you're related to him. We want millions.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Only owed 200 grand or 300 grand, but now it's 13 million, mate. Yeah, and if you don't do it, we're going to take everything.
It's probably that, bruv. It's probably that, because even like some of the videos, it looks like a hostage video, his brother. It looks like it doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean? So nothing more than his brother's probably done something really stupid. He owes some dangerous people a lot of money. And then, I know the black card's limitless, but do you know what I mean? But 200,000 on a credit card still sounds crazy.
That's a lot of
dough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a lot of dough on a credit card.
But yeah, it's just a bit of a madness, Lee, to be completely honest. But bro, this is why, and they always say, people always remember the first time you tell them no, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you can say yes 1,000 times, and the one time you say no, you're the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So if you're someone like Pogba and you've got all that money and you're carrying your family, as soon as you tell someone no, all of a sudden, do you know what I mean? You're the bad guy, bro. And now he's getting shaken down by his own brother. It's crazy. What's he doing for 200 racks, bro? But this is what happens, when you get these hangers on that want to live like they're the one playing football. Because that's what always happens, That's what always happens. Bro, when you got these footballers, you see these footballers out, and I know a lot of these footballers, for instance, like, I'm not going to say the name of them, like, but I know, for instance, they're a footballer. They don't drink. They'll go out, run up a 25 grand bill in a nightclub, and they don't even drink alcohol, and all their friends are just drinking. It's like, what the fuck are you drinking for 25 grand? Do you know what I mean? These men are drinking like they're the footballers. And this is what happens, yeah? Like, you just have these hangers-on around you, yeah? They're living the lifestyle, they're going on these holidays, doing all these things, and you're paying for all of it. You're paying for all of it.
Aubameyang's brother's like that. Aubameyang's brother on social media comes across like he's the footballer.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was a footballer before. He used to play for AC Milan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think he played for 2 seasons at AC Milan.
And he probably only played because Oba was his brother. It's the same with Pogba's brothers. If he wasn't a pro, they probably wouldn't have made it. Because they made it late. They weren't like big footballers before him.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's mad. They're leeches. You're right, man. These people are leeches, bro. Yeah, and like the thing is, it's cool sorting your family out and all that. Like, I think if anyone was in that position where they had that much dough, they'd help their family out. Yeah, but at the same time, when it's a one-way street and it's not a two-way street, yeah, like these people suddenly get too big for their boots, didn't they? Some of them. Yeah,
but this is the thing. But if that was me, I wouldn't help out no one. Lee. I'll be honest. Do you know what I mean? I know like what certain guys do is they might have 8 houses, and you might say to your brother, "Cool, you can live in my house for free. There's no mortgage on it. You can live in my house." They're going, "Now go get a fucking job." You know what I mean? Bruv, you ain't, bruv, you know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got no bills.
You know what's funny, right? Emil Heskey, yeah. Right? I was with this girl years and years ago. Like, in fact, it's my daughter's mum. Yeah, her dad is quite high up in the company. I'm not going to say the company, but the security guard is Emil Heskey's brother. And this is when Emil Heskey, was like playing for England, playing for Liverpool, like doing bits, and his his brother was on £7.50 an hour as a security guard.
That's right.
At the company.
That's right.
I always find it funny because there's a lot of players that don't sort their family out, and I always think but Emil Heskey speaks to his brother. They were together all the time. He'd used to come down.
Sort him out in other ways, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Sort him out in other ways, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, because I think, what is it? I can't even remember what celebrity it was, but I think he said, "Yo, I let my brother live in my property for like 5 years." 5 years, you know, and then I told him, "Yo, like, you need to move out," and gave him a year's notice, and then man stopped talking to him. It's like, you lived in my house like rent free for 5 years. If you can't sort yourself out in 5 years, that's no longer my problem. Do you know what I'm saying? But now I need to rent it out and start making some money on it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, what are you doing? And all of a sudden you're falling out with your family because you've done them a favor. How can you let a man live in your house rent free for 5 years, and then when you tell him to move out, it's beef? Yeah, that's crazy, Lee. And that's why you don't do shit for no one, bro.
That's crazy. Man. I'm just looking at Aubameyang's brother. He played 0 games for AC Milan between 2007 and he was there 4 years, from 2007 to 2011.
Played no games.
No games. Then he went on loan to Avellino. I thought that was a rapper, bro. Like, I can't lie.
It is. I didn't know there's a football team.
Then he went on loan to a team called Upin, then Monza. Then he went to Kilmarnock. Bro. Then he went to a team called Sapins. Then he was at St Etienne. And then he ended up at a team called Cray, FC Cray. And he retired 7 years ago. 101 professional appearances, 10 goals. Yeah, he played 15 times for Gabon, bro. Like, this is mad.
I didn't even know. What, is he older? He must be older then.
Yeah, he played between 2009 and 15 appearances for Gabon in 6 years. And he is, how old is he? He was born in 87.
So he's 35, 36, yeah. Mad thing. You see what I mean? That's crazy. You see what I mean? But this is the thing that I never understand that. You see, when I see siblings of footballers popping bottles and out and driving cars and that, like they're the ones playing football, it's like, bruv, what? Nah, man, that's crazy. That don't make no sense to me. Just because I've made it, that doesn't mean you've made it, bruv. Doesn't mean that. Do you know what I mean? And just because I've got money and you've got a business plan, yeah, that doesn't mean I'm going to give you the capital, because I might think your business plan is shit. You're not entitled to my money. And this is where stuff like the Pogba thing happens. You know?
You're a dickhead, bro.
Like, no, 100%. Like, just because I've got money, that doesn't mean you're entitled to it. And this is the problem with family, unfortunately. Do you know what I mean? These men feel like they're entitled to your money. Do you know what I mean?
What you have to ask yourself is whether it was the other way around, would they do the same? Like, and there's a lot of cases with families, like with brothers, sisters, stuff like that, where they probably wouldn't.
No, of
Like,
course not.
And it's like, obviously certain players have grown up like in the limelight straight away. They've made it. They're earning fortunes. Yeah, so you'll never know until that player's skint. Oh, fuck off. The size of that hornet that's just flown in my house, man. Bear with me a second, yeah? It's like
cool.
this big. It's fucking huge. I'll be 1 minute, yeah?
All right, bub. Man said a hornet, you know? Bloody hell, bruv. I wouldn't know what one of them things looked like if it wasn't for basketball, bruv. I'm telling you. So that's all a bit mad. But yeah, bruv, I ain't giving no bread like that. I'll be honest, it's a mad thing. Lee's out here battling the hornet, fam. I can just see shadows and that. Man scuffing the hornet. If Lee comes back here and he got stung up, I don't even know if hornets sting you. I'm guessing they do. Man comes back and he's been bodied by the insect, fam. That's all mad. But nah, you man, that's why you can't be giving no one bread, bruv. Even if it's a little £10, £20, bruv, it's long. I'll be honest, because people take the piss. Like the whole family thing's overrated. It's overrated. How's man getting shaken down by his own brother, you know? Like them man all got the same face and that. Like it's actually crazy how much them brothers look alike, bro. So yeah, it's a bit mad. I can't even lie. Man said he's trying to burn it with the lighter, you know. Or worse than wasps. That's what I'm saying, bro. Man said they're wasps on steroids. Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, bro. Bruv, £20 or not, bro. You have to understand, yeah, like it's the principle. It's the absolute principle. It's the absolute principle, man. Because it's like we're in a financial crisis right now. We're in a financial crisis right now. And the thing is, yeah, like even if you've got money to borrow someone, bruv, I never borrow money that I never borrow money to people, yeah, that I can't afford to lose, bruv. Like I never do it, bro. Like there's only a small number of people that I trust. And like even if your brethren know that you've got money, yeah, if they keep asking you for money, then they're taking a piss. Regardless, like if they come up to you like once in a blue moon and say, you know what, I'm struggling, like cool, that's fine. But certain man will take the piss and every other week they need money, bro. Trust me, if you got friends like that, get rid of them, fam. What I do if X held me? Bruv, X would never hold me hostage for 100 bags. My brother would never do that. My brother would never even dream of it. Yeah, I'm doing a Chelsea watch along today, and then I was meant to have a watch along with. No, I was meant to have a show with Louis at 9. So I'm gonna see if we can do it at 10 in it. So we'll do it straight after the Chelsea game. Like, but I don't know what he's got planned for content for Chelsea. So I just need to ask him. Do you know what I'm saying? Bants Sports uses elite. Big up, my bro. Man said don't have money for rent but can afford weed.
Wow,
Them man there.
Jeez. Mate, you should have seen the size of it, man. It was like literally like this big. Yeah, they're mad, these things. I see it come flying in, yeah, and I only had this patio door open, yeah, and it flew straight into the other one. I was like, oh, if that was open, it would have flown straight out. Yeah, it's bobbing around it. It must have flown into it so hard it kind of knocked itself out a little bit. But
no, yeah. This chat's funny. Man said thoughts on Top G getting banned. Well, he's not banned, you know. He's on Rumble, bruv. He's on Rumble, and to be fair, I created a Rumble account. Well, Dave did. Me and Dave created a Rumble account last night. So it's one of them ones. I created a Rumble account last night because it's like YouTube, innit? But like you don't get strikes and that. You can pretty much say what you want, like which is cool. They don't.
I've never heard of that. Never heard.
Yeah, it's a platform. He's on there. I think Russell Brand's on there. Loads of people that's like talk about stuff like the government conspiracies and all them other things. Yeah, that would get flagged up on YouTube, but loads of people end up going over there. So like I just created an account anyway, just for security, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Because they're trying to, like, this thing's trying to censor the life out of absolutely everything. You can't say anything anymore, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And it's only going to get worse in the future. And when it gets to the point where it's unbearable for me, then I'll just take my stuff elsewhere, mate. Because I know they're already suppressing my content because, like, yeah, the numbers that is getting compared to what it should be getting, like, it's not making sense, innit? I know my content's being suppressed 100%. And I'm not the first person to say it either. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not the first person to say
it. The thing is, yeah, 2022, being controversial is actually speaking your mind. Like,
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
It's now seen as controversial because you actually say what you think. You're not allowed to say what you think anymore. You have to say what's fashionable, and what's not going to offend people. People are offended by everything. Like, it's mad. It's actually mad. But yeah, that particular guy, some of the stuff he says is wild, man. Yeah, but a lot of what he says is spot on. Yeah, and it's like, the thing is, people get rattled by people like that because they can't accept an opinion from a strong person, like a person like mentally strong, yeah, or somebody that just don't care what people think. Like, do you know what I mean? People get threatened by that.
No, 100%. And that man is saying shadow ban and that. It is that though. It is kind of like a shadow ban. Like, there were a lot of people talking about they were talking about their YouTube age restricting their content and stuff like that. And it happened to my brother a few times. But it's one of them ones where, like, it's happening to a lot of content creators. And when you get age restricted, it pretty much makes your content not visible to such a large amount of audience. It's like being shadow banned. And that's pretty much, I know, that happens to my content all the time. Because, like, Dave is a wizard. Like, he's getting my content out before everyone else is, and still the views and stuff, they're not making sense. Even he was like, yeah, they're doing something to your channel. 100% they're doing something to my channel. Because I remember, like, after the Liverpool game, I got my highlights out before every single Man United channel, and even Dave was like, he didn't get a flipping notification. Like, the notification didn't go out. Do you know what I mean? Like,
no, so it's weird because notifications on here, you can get a maximum of 3 notifications in 24 hours. Yeah, so like when I do my match day stuff, I do the watch along, then I do 4 fan cams roughly, and then I do player ratings. Yeah, and I never get a notification at all. Yeah, and the amount of people that say, like, when I do the watch along, it's like the second half, I only just got the notification, and then 3 days later, I'll get a notification for my fan cam from 3 days earlier. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I can't lie.
This is what it is, Lee, bro. This is what it is, bro. Like, it just depends, yeah. It literally depends. If you make that super, like, child-friendly stuff, then they push you higher up in it. And then if you either have controversial views, or you might swear a little bit and all these other things, they push you down, bruv. Do you know what I mean? That's what they do because they can put less ads on it in it, so they kind of deprioritize you, and that's what they've been doing. So it's like the same as being shadow banned. Do you know what I mean? That's exactly what it is. So, like, yeah, they do it to they've been doing it to me for a while. Do you know what I mean? They've been doing it to me for a while, but it's completely fine. You just have to make sure you've always got contingencies. And like YouTube, my second channel. I don't rely on my YouTube channel. I didn't even use it last year.
Yeah, man. So, big up to God's Will Godwin. What do you think about 100 mil for Antony? We spoke about that right at the beginning, mate. And I'm literally late for Terry's show. I'm live with Terry in a minute. Rewind back to the first 10 minutes or so of the show, mate. Yeah, and we spoke all over that. Comparing him to Pulisic, though, bro. Pulisic is shocking. Yeah, that guy's got all the skill. Yeah, and he's made of glass. Yeah, the guy can't stay fit. Yeah, he's a good player, but he can never stay fit.
Yeah, you can't compare stats of a player, one of which I believe didn't play the full season, and then compare him to Christian Pulisic also. Like, that's weird. I don't know, man. You just have to watch Antony, innit? You can't do the stats thing, man. That's wild.
Yeah. What you got coming up, man?
I'm gonna do the watch along for the Chelsea game tonight, and then should have a show with Louis as well at some point. I need to message him.
And make sure you subscribe to Vance's Twitch channel. That's in the pinned comment. Make sure you check that out. And also his YouTube channel is in the title of the video. I'm going live on the Football Terrace right now with Terry. This clickbait merchant, bro. I need to put him in his place. His title for this stream, Lee Gunner is Arteta in.
Yeah, you see, but that's what he does, man. Like, that's what he does.
I swear to God, every week he rattles me, man. Like, I like him, but he's winding me up with this title. I can't lie. So he's getting it again in a minute. But yeah, after that, I'm done. I'll be then sitting and watching the Chelsea game. And then tomorrow it's a full match day program, man. Arsenal Villa. So yeah, 1,500 people in it. Make sure you are smashing the likes up. We ain't even on 400. You lot are shambles. moving like Grand Chacarel Nenny double pivot. And make sure you go and spam Terry's chat as well with rat emojis. Just say the rats have been sent or something like that. I don't know. Lee sent me. And I'll be there in literally 2 minutes. But yeah, we're out of here, people. Big up everyone for watching, man. You lot are crazy. Arteta out.